Yeah,
You're going all right.
you got it.
Yeah, I just had some Costco pasta salad,
Oh, okay, nice. Well, that's
some
good.
wine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just sitting outside right now. It's nice out here.
Yeah, I'm in the kitchen at the moment, but yeah.
My allergies have been on a rampage lately, but today really bad.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're outside, I guess, too, huh?
Yeah, actually, snot constantly wanting to drip down my face. Yeah, exciting.
Yeah,
So what's been going on, man? How you been? Well,
not
got a
good.
lot going on, I guess, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I had no idea you were having some challenges.
Yeah, some real challenges right now, I must say. Um,
Did this all start when that baclofen pump just started acting up, or
when I got the infection, yeah. So it
that was
all
about that was last year, right? The
yeah,
infection.
beginning of last year. Yeah, January. Yeah. So
So what all happened?
well, basically, it got infected, and then they took it out, and um, the pain management there, and I think and Olison, I guess I don't know who came up with it, but they spread my baclofen out so that I was spacing it out more versus taking it like just in the morning and just at night or something because of like pain in my uh, left hamstring. Um, they adjusted it because I was in a ton of pain when I was in the hospital. Um, and then I basically, I left there and I stuck with that regiment for the last, since then, not realizing what it was doing to my body, to my muscles, to the tone that I had in my legs.
Yeah.
And and then had it, I mentioned in my text, that I had a drinking problem uh, in the evenings and kind of actually, well, I mentioned in my text, I went through alcohol withdrawal when I
Was
was
the
in the
drinking
hospital.
was the drinking problem there before, or was that mainly
Yes,
because of the pain?
it was because of the pain, and it was before.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and uh, it was because of the pain, and um, like I said, and that was, I mean, I had been drinking for years, and that's I went through with the pump because I wanted to get off the narcotic pain medicine and
Yeah.
wanted to be pain free for like this pain in my left hamstring, all that. But like I said, it had failed, and so then that's when they spaced out the baclofen, and like I said, I didn't think about what it was doing. You know what I mean? Because I went back to drinking and the narcotics every morning, and you know what I mean. And I wasn't paying attention to my life
What
for
were the what were the narcotics?
Vicodin.
Oh, okay.
So, and I had been taking that for a number of years, leading up to the pump. Um, so that was one of the reasons to get off for the pump was that I didn't have to take the pain medicine, um,
Yeah.
and they send you home and then there you go, you're on your own, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah.
and as I said,
Well.
I was drinking and I was back to my same lifestyle that I was doing before the pump, destructive lifestyle. And then in like October, I realized, that I knew I had a drinking problem, but then I kind of woke up, and in October was when I kind of realized what I was doing. And the first of the year, I completely quit drinking. Um, so then I guess I started losing weight. Um, but and then once I started losing the weight in my legs, it revealed what was left. You know what I mean? And I ruined the spasticity and the muscle tone I had, in most of my legs.
So when you say ruined it, like you stopped getting the spasms?
Yes,
Or?
I stopped having the spasticity, and then that, atrophied the muscles. So, you know what I mean?
Can that be built back, or like with e-stim or anything, or?
I don't know. I'm gonna try, I guess. So,
Because what's going on with your other leg?
well, that's the thing is like my left leg, I have like some movement in it and can flex, get push, and I had a quad muscle, and I had a small little calf muscle, but and I used to have enough muscle and spasticity, that I could stand up for a short period of time. But that's gone now, So,
Well,
yeah.
what about like starting up physical therapy again?
Well, that's what my family wants me to do. So, um, and then as you said, maybe using the eStim. Do you have an eStim bike that you use?
Yeah, I don't. Well, two different questions. I have an FES bike.
Okay.
I don't use it though.
Oh.
I don't use it. Yeah.
What kind? And it's what muscles does it attach to?
You can do the glutes, the quads, the hamstrings. I don't think I had to do calves. Then I can do the biceps, triceps for arms.
Okay. I got you.
It's pretty good with the FTS 300, but I stopped using it when I got my pressure sore.
Yeah.
Because I was in bed, and then that ended up being like 2 years, and so
Yeah.
I got to get back into it, but it's just been forever.
And how did that help you?
The bike?
Yeah.
Well, it did help for, I was using it more just for, cardio and blood circulation.
Right.
But it, I definitely noticed some tingling and stuff. And I mean, even anything like that e-stim and all that, I mean, the muscles atrophy so quickly.
Yeah.
But
and that's the problem.
Yeah. That's the challenge. I mean, they're going to, they just, how quickly they atrophy.
Yeah.
But I didn't know you had enough tone where you could stand up and stuff.
Yep. Yeah. And like
that may come back. That it's possible that can come back. I mean, you got to just shock the muscles again, or just start using that leg in a way that it's not used to being used.
Right. And so I've the last, it's the thing that's frustrating me so bad is how I didn't notice it. You know what I mean? Until now.
Yeah, but isn't that easy to notice though?
No, what do you? Well, it's
you're beating you're beating yourself up for not noticing it. I mean, obviously, if you didn't notice it just because you were always stoned and just not paying attention, but it's not easy to notice tone going away though at the same time.
Right.
Because there's a variety of things that you're doing that to deal with the pain that kind of dulled the muscles.
Right.
But you're probably also happy that you didn't have the pain.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know if you would have noticed it, is what I'm trying to say, I guess.
Yeah. Right.
Unless you were actively trying to use it every day.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yep. You're right.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's frustrating, but tone is such a weird thing to begin with. like there's days like if I didn't have spasms and my tone went away, I'd probably be thrilled, like, oh yes. But then it's like, you know, then you start atrophying, or like you want it some days, like, oh shit, it's gone.
How are your legs right now?
They're spazzing as we speak. Hold on a second. Yeah, I mean, they're skinny, but they've kind of been, you know, they've been skinny for years.
Yeah.
But I just get a lot of spasms. I get a lot of spasms in my, like, anytime I go over a bump or something, I start to get them, like, in my chest and belly, it seems like.
Okay.
So I got a new wheelchair, and it's got this seat rest that kind of curves around my sides. Wait, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Thanks. Give me a quick tissue. Yeah. Thank you. So I went to a new wheelchair because I was due for one, so I went from an Indicare to a Permobile. So I'm still trying to learn this, but it's got a backrest that kind of like curves around the ribs a little bit. So I don't use laterals since I got this, like, it's almost like a race car seat. But,
right, yeah.
So it kind of like, if I get a spasm, it like kind of forces the spasm down, you know, it disperses it throughout my body. Wait, hold on 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Squeeze hard, pull away. Alright, now just give it a soft way. Okay. Yeah, no, we just turn this hand sideways right here. Hold on, forward a little bit. Then down. Okay. Thanks. Yeah, so I got the new seat, so it kind of, it's almost like it grounds the spasm, so it forces them more to my left feet, or more through my legs. But, you know, I still get the consistent amount of spasms, except when I have a UTI, they get really more pronounced.
In your gut, in your chest, you mean?
Like everywhere. Yeah.
Everywhere.
Well, when I'm laying in bed, if I'm not in my chair and I'm just laying flat, it's my legs that go crazy.
Okay.
When I'm in my chair, it seems to be more of my upper body.
Gotcha.
Which is weird.
Right.
But I hate it because I slouch in my chair so much.
Yeah.
Like, I can be upright in the chair at the beginning of the day, and by the end of the day, I'm like 3 inches lower. I slide forward.
Gotcha.
And it's not that easy for, like, my nurses or aides to kind of scoop me back.
Yeah.
You know, part of it, I think, is gravity. The other part is just the spasms kind of slide me forward.
Right.
And I hate it because then it puts more pressure. Because as my body goes down, my shoulders kind of stay in the same position because, you know, they can't go lower because the armrest. So
yeah.
It just pushes up and puts more pressure, pushes up on the elbow, so it puts more pressure on my shoulders. Like, even right now, I got this brand new chair, but I'm so uncomfortable in it.
I gotcha. Well.
But, yeah, the atrophy, I mean, you know, stay motivated, but don't beat yourself up.
Yeah.
Too much on the atrophy, because it's such a fine line between tone and spasticity versus trying to be comfortable.
Right.
And, like, alleviating it. And it's, you know, it's...
Right. And, you know, and I was able to sleep finally, you know, that sort of thing. But, yeah. That's, you know, I just have to, the biggest thing now, Scott, is that my body looks completely different than it did. You know what I mean? And...
is it like a noticeable difference? Or?
Yeah, it's noticeable to me. Like, from my knees, you know, to my feet are, you know, like, they're probably like yours. You know, not the...
Yeah, my legs are skinny.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have any calves, you know, like I used
right.
I mean, they're just skinny. They're not like skin and bones.
Right.
but they're pretty close to it.
Right. Well, that's kind of how mine are now too. You know, I have the calf muscles there, but it's yeah, yeah.
Is the one more skinny than the other, or?
Well, that's the other thing too. I have to remember, Scott, is that I in the left leg, the one that I can move because of the pain in my left like sciatic nerve. I have been getting occasional nerve blocks done over the last year. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm sure that of course takes an effect too. You know?
Did you ever try marijuana?
Yeah. That's the thing. I tried. That's what I'm saying. Um,
Did that
it's
help, or was that
it did.
did
It
do
did.
anything?
Yeah, it did. But at this point now, to like today, um, I've they had me on so much baclofen to where I've taken like 20 milligrams a day and I'm fine. You know, to where the last freaking 15 months I would have had already taken 30 in the morning, 30 at like in the afternoon. You know what I mean? To where
Yeah, see, I was on the baclofen years ago. It was 10 milligrams 3 times a day I was taking, and then I just stopped it all and got off it, and said I'd rather just deal with the spasms, because I was always feeling tired from the baclofen,
yeah,
and I started telling myself, the spasms are good for me because, it's circulating blood and it's increased keeping tone. And my spasms never got so bad that it stopped me from doing stuff.
right,
Besides rearranging in my chair and having to get positioned again, but
right,
so I just stopped.
right,
I stopped with the spasms, but I mean, unfortunately, the alcohol would help with just by kind of deadening stuff a little bit,
right,
and with the pain.
right.
See, did you have Nemo or Mejia?
I had Mejia.
See, Nemo was so anti-pain meds that he wouldn't even allow me a Tylenol in the hospital,
Right,
and he was always talking liver enzymes, that it got to a point when I got out of the hospital and I was at home and I was sore, I didn't even want to take Advil. So I almost went the other way. I got so anti-pain med, because it had been ingrained in my way, that I would just sit there and suffer with the pain. And the only way for me to deal with it was to get out of bed and put heat on it.
gotcha.
But then I just found out that, okay, if I start drinking, and have a couple drinks, it starts slowing it down. So I was doing that too, but I didn't let it get out of control. But, I was doing some of that as well.
Yeah,
But I was always in pain, but I was kind of so used to it that I just accepted it.
and that's
And it wasn't, the spasms were manageable.
kind of what.
But I just,
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I just deal with the ongoing shoulder pain right now. And I deal with that trying to just stretch and eat. And then, I'll take Advil, but it's gotten to a point lately I've thought about trying to get my card to try the medical stuff, but I haven't yet.
Gotcha. Yeah. No. Hindsight's 2020, right? And that's kind of where I'm stuck at right now. So,
Yeah.
and wishing I could go back and change, and wishing I would have done this, and wishing I would have, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know it's hard, but you gotta,
I know.
get mad at yourself, but don't beat yourself up, because, it's not going to get you anywhere.
Right. That's
It's
the
just
thing.
going to slow you down. I know it's easier said than done, but you've been through it, you know the drill.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's hard because I'm, you know, not to sound stupid, but I kind of feel like I'm paralyzed all over again. You know, that's kind of
Oh
the.
yeah, no, I understand. No, I understand.
But
But you also know what works, what doesn't work, and you kind of have a head start on the game,
right,
so you can kind of start rehabbing yourself, and you know what steps to skip and what steps to go right to.
right,
You
right.
know, that's what I'm saying about the physical therapy and even putting like an e-stim on your
Well,
leg. But
I've already looked at getting one of those Easton bikes like that you're talking about. So
you know, it's weird. I mean, I hate to say it, and it's going to sound awful, but I've gotten to a point too now where I'm like, part of me is like, I don't care. Like,
and you know
I
what?
want to just get the. What's that?
What do you go ahead, keep going.
Well, I'm like, I want to manage the pain, but it's like, if I don't do if I don't walk again, I could give two shits.
Right.
You know, I'm just like, I just want to be able to manage the pain, be comfortable in the chair, and not have my pain stop me from doing stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I've kind of resigned myself to the fact that I may not be moving again, and it's, you know what, fine.
Yeah. No,
And
I
I hate
understand.
to say it, but it's like, there's other, I mean, like, I wish I could feel, man. I wish I could just, like, fuck and feel my dick.
Right.
I would take that in a heartbeat over that walking.
Right. Well, that's the kind of thing.
Like,
That's the thing I have to remember is, I might have lost the tone in my leg. The tone, but I do still have. I can still feel below my injury.
that's good.
You know what I mean? And I can still move my left foot, and have enough strength that I can move my left foot out. If I wanted to.
That's good.
So I still have all
good.
those things. It's just I don't have the muscle tone anymore. You know what I mean?
Have you talked to him? Like, do you know what the muscle tone is? Can it come back?
Well, I see Dr. Olson on Monday. So,
Okay.
which, I'm not happy with her either with all this situation.
No, yeah.
But, because she's the one that's like, you need the pump. Your tone is,
Yeah.
and then, yeah, so, and I'm just like, again, I can't go back. Like you said, it's a bad road to go down.
No, you'll just beat yourself up and
Yeah,
drive yourself
stop beating
crazy
myself up
thinking
about it. Right, exactly. I gotta stop beating myself up about it. But that's the biggest thing. And it's the thing is,
No,
Scott. This thing is, it's really I've just realized what like you said. I've been going through so much other crap the last 4 months with like renting a place near my brother and moving out of my house, to rent. And
Yeah, where are you now? Where are you now? You're with your brother?
no, I'm in my house actually, but I'm gonna be moving into my parents' condo down the street, and so I've had all this shit going on, that that's another distraction to where I haven't, really noticed. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, I quit drinking the first of the year, and I was always holding all this water, in my lower extremities, and especially in my feet, and all of that's like gone. So, that's also affected.
I mean, for all you know, your legs might it could be in its natural state now, and it was just artificially pumped up from before with everything else.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know they were. Like you said, it must happen fast, and if you, like you said, if you're not working, if you're not using them every day, how are you going to notice, right?
Yeah, you don't, and I mean it's like use it or lose it, and it's just
right.
There's only so much using you can do.
Right.
It's just I hate to say it because I know you've heard it before and you don't need to hear it again, but it's just one of the shitty natures of the beast with this injury.
Right.
I mean, these injuries are so much more than what people realize.
Yep. Yeah.
And there's days I want want to fucking scream. And I can't even scream because I don't even have the ab muscles to force out enough air to scream. I'm like, it sounds like a little high-pitched baby well. You know, I'm like,
Right.
God, I can't even scream like a man, you know?
Right.
But how's the sobriety going?
I'm having still no drinking since. I had been using medical marijuana, which I like you said, but last year, freaking taking narcotics and smoking pot and then drinking every day. You know, I was in a bad state for months all last year, up until, like I said, October, November of this past year, to where I kind of woke up, I guess.
But, you know, good for you. At least you woke up.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's the biggest thing too. Is I woke up.
Was the withdrawal tough, or how's that been going?
No, not this time. No.
That's good.
You know, and like I said, and then and then it's only been a week, Scott, since I've like realized what my body is. You know, even though I've been looking at my feet being skinny, you know, like from the knee down for weeks, you know, or months, but then all of a sudden, in the last week, it hit me. You know.
Well, part of that's just from being sober, probably.
Yeah.
You know, just like not having a clouded mind, or just like finally letting everything. Sometimes it takes a while for everything to catch up to us, and just
in life,
kind of roll over, and then just looking at it differently. I mean, perspective can change like overnight like that.
Yeah.
And what you got to do right now, Tim, is just remember to focus on what you can control, because as much as done is done.
Yeah.
I mean, you may have fucked up, who knows?
Yeah.
But nothing. Can't beat yourself up about it now. It's what's done is done, you just got to give yourself a little bit of a tough love and say, hey, I made my choices. I got to live with it now.
Right.
But the good news is you're in control going forward of kind of like, all right, what are some different things I can do now to achieve what it is I'm looking to achieve.
Right.
So you really just got to, it's not easy, by any means, but you just got to force yourself to kind of keep the proper mindset and perspective of, okay, I can only affect things from today going forward.
Right.
As tough as it is, and plus it's relative. I mean, it could be better, but it could always be worse.
Yeah.
And you just, I call it the theory of relativity, but you just got to remember that. Like,
right.
I mean, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
It could have been a lot better too, but
right.
It is what it is now, and
correct.
Focus on what on what you can do.
Right.
And I wouldn't give up on the tone going away for good. I mean, I don't know, because you and I have
different injuries. Yeah.
But it's possible. There's ways
to exercise. Right.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing.
I don't know if Olson knows. I mean, you might be better off talking with different people.
Yeah. Well,
going through it, but I don't know. Sometimes these doctors, I mean, statistically, they probably see a lot of different patients, so they can base their opinion and findings on what they see. But I mean, a lot of times, they're not going through it, so they're not always the best person to tell us what will or won't come of it.
Right. Yeah. Well,
Hold on.
Okay.
Fix my feet. Yeah. Just kind of straighten them and push them back if they need to go. Yeah. Thanks. Okay, and grab me a quick tissue. I got something that's laying in my eye, or just tickling. Okay, sorry about that. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no problem. I don't know what I was saying.
Just about these doctors not always.
Oh yeah. Well, that's I'll have to send you the It's called a MyoCycle. You ever heard of MyoCycle?
A MyoCycle.
That's the brand. MYO Cycle. It's an
I might have. I had heard of a motorcycle.
okay.
Yeah. Wait, hold on a second, Tim.
Yeah, no problem.
One more time. Got it. You just push that left foot back just a little.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I'd heard of a motorcycle.
Oh no, that's something different. I know what
Okay.
you. Yeah, it's an FES cycle, like yours. I'm assuming.
Okay.
Where it's basically you just roll up to it and you can stay in your chair.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. And this one
What
has.
about it? Are you getting one? Are you using one?
I haven't tried it. I haven't tried one ever. So, hold on. I was just looking at something stupid. You know, I'm assuming that it's similar to yours. You know what I mean? You strap your feet into it like in little boots, basically. Is that what you do?
Yep.
And then you attach the leads, and then it fires your legs.
Yeah, it's like little. Yep, it's like foot plates with little foot pedals with straps. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. So, and then.
Where are you going to try? Where are you going to try that at?
Well, I don't know where I can try one. That's what I got to find out. I contacted the company today, and actually, when I see Olson on Monday, I'm going to get a prescription from her for it. You know, so.
Yeah, no, good for you.
And yeah,
Does
that.
your insurance cover that?
Yeah, they should hopefully. So.
Oh, that's good insurance.
Yeah, that's the plan. But what I was going to say is the one that the Mayo. I'll send you a link when I get off the phone.
Yeah, please. Is that the name of the company, MyoCycle?
No, I think it's Myolin is the name of the company, but the product is MyoCycle. It's like the actual, but yeah, I'll send you it as soon as I get off. But it can have up to, I think, like they said, it can have up to enough leads that you can, you know, do like you said. You can put one on your quad, your calf, or your quad, your hamstring, your glutes, and then and you can then you could also put it on your calf. You could do that too. She said with the extra leads. They got one with, you know, 6 leads, and they got one with like 10 leads. So.
Yeah, I think mine has. Yeah, mine has 6.
Yeah, so then it's very similar, probably. So.
Yeah, because the RT3. Yeah, mine's made by Restorative Therapies.
Yes. That's another one. Okay. So I'll look that one up too then. So that was one of the other ones that came up, I think.
Yeah, it's the one that a lot of like gyms have and therapy centers use.
Okay.
Just because I think it was one of the first ones around.
Okay. That you just roll up to in your wheelchair.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this place is in Florida, in Gainesville, Florida. The company.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, Restorative Therapies I think out of Baltimore.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember that name rings a bell. That was one of the couple that popped up in the search engines, you know, as far as the couple that are available, you know.
Yeah,
they've got that one that's like that huge bike, you know, that you have to like transfer onto. But
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Restorative Therapies, they're one of the pioneers, one of the earlier ones, but yeah, you just like put your feet plate up and drive right up to it.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to look at getting one of those in the next month. So
yeah, well, let me know. Send me a link. I'd like to check it out.
I will, like I said, when I get off the phone, for sure. So.
Got on another note, man, I've got so fat, like my stomach.
Oh, really?
I went and actually saw a GI doctor, and she's like, oh, you're probably not getting enough shit out. But how often do you do your bowel routine?
That's one nice thing too, is that I don't have to do a bowel routine. I kind of go natural when I have to, and I have control a little bit, you know. So
Oh, good for you.
yeah,
Like, do you
like I
have,
can feel it coming, you know what I mean. I'm just like, oh, let me
how many times a week will you go?
probably once a week, but then it's like a full size poop.
Yeah, because I'm down to like going twice. I go twice a week.
Okay,
I usually do like a Monday, Thursday, or Monday, Friday.
okay, and it's
And
working.
I don't. What's that?
Well, go ahead.
I'll get a decent amount out where like I feel better, but I don't think that's. I mean, I don't think I'm like backed up because
Right.
I think my stomach's just gotten bigger and probably from eating a lot and also just the quad gut.
Yep.
But it's
Yeah.
not like it's like round. It looks like a big old beer belly.
Right. Well,
That's what
You-
I struggle with.
is your belly? Is it bother you?
Yeah. Yeah, and they're all, it's not that bad, but I don't know, whatever. I'm just so used to not having one at all.
What?
A gut.
Oh. So.
But sometimes, too, it gets so big, it just like it hurts. Like, and I'm doing Metamucil now, fiber. She wanted me to do a suppository every night.
What?
I was like, no.
No way.
And then she's like, okay, how about every other night? But I just do them twice a week. I'm like, every other night, they just take a lot out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
too.
It's a lot of
Like,
time and all that.
yeah. Plus, you feel like crap. I figured if I could have like 2 decent-sized movements twice a week, that's probably good.
I think so too. I think
You
so
know,
too.
I mean,
I
I
don't
think-
think
yeah.
especially with our
Well, we're not moving our bodies, so stuff
Right.
just isn't always ready to come down.
right. Yeah, exactly.
And, there's one, like, the suppositories are okay to help get a lot out, but I don't want to constantly just, like, I kind of want to just, like, move through the colon on its own.
Right. Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just, there's so many little things that just piss me off.
Wow. You and me both. But
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of other people are in the same boat as us that it just gets frustrating.
yeah.
Like I tell people, that it doesn't get easier with each year. It gets harder, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too.
I mean, physically, because your body's just the wear and tear. Like,
Yeah.
your body just gets so sore.
Broken down.
And then, yeah. And mentally it gets tough, too, because, like, my mental problems are driven by my physical problems, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Like
that's
I said, I've accepted the fact that I'm not gonna, most likely will not be like running marathons anytime soon. But
right.
I get more worn down by how physically off I feel so many times.
Well, I know, I know I'm not going to be getting up and walking anytime soon unless there's a cure, So that's the other thing.
Exactly.
My sister tells me, she's like, well, you know what? You're not getting up and walking anytime soon. So you're not getting up and probably walking the rest of your life. So,
Yeah, I wouldn't beat yourself up too much about about the,
yeah, like,
your legs probably just look like they should look.
right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And to be honest, when I finally lost some of the weight in my lower legs, my calves were already small, but I've kind of lost, like, and then losing all the water and everything, like, my shins are bone now, So I always wear pants. I always wear pants anyways, so.
Well, mine are too, but I've just gotten used to it that like every time I look at them, like when I'm getting oiled up in the shower and stuff.
Yeah.
I can see them. I'm like, oh, God, they're so skinny. But then I'm like, oh, fuck it. You know, there's times where I'm just, like, salty about it. I'm like, oh, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, and feel bad. Just go online and look at people with real chicken legs that could be walking around building them up. It's like, you know, I don't think anyone really notices or cares, but
No, that's the thing.
You know, we do, but you know, and it's good to care. But you know, you got to work with what you got, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, these injuries suck, man, and you know, it's okay to be pissed off. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
But you know, you also got to just be, you know, just got to face reality too, and
Right.
you know, be like, hey,
It is.
skinny legs. I mean, that's nothing new for someone in my situation. You know,
Right.
kind of par for the course.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I gotta, and my sister-in-law was like, there's also, everybody's got skinny legs, in chairs, but it was just hard because the one thing that I always, liked was the fact that I didn't have skinny legs, you know what I mean? But,
Yeah.
and then now all of a sudden I do, you know what I mean? So.
Well, you know Keelan, right? Keelan King?
Yes.
I mean, he struggled with that too.
Did he?
I mean, his legs are super, super skinny. And I know that's a guy you might want to talk to because, I know he's had some challenges as well. And no matter how hard he works out or works them, he used to, I haven't talked to him in a while because I haven't been to the gym. Well, they got rid of the gym, but, I know he used to struggle with that.
Yeah. No, like you said, I can't beat myself up about it anymore, right? So, I just have to...
I mean, you can if you want, but it's a fruitless...
Yes, it's
There's no point to it, it's just not going to get you anywhere.
Yep.
It's like a rocking chair. It'll give you something to do, but it won't get you anywhere.
Yeah, I like that. So.
What else? So you're getting ready to move into your parents' condo?
Yeah, I'm kind of in between my parents' condo and apartment in Dayton. And I'll spend, a couple weeks there and then have to come back here a couple weeks for work and then vice versa. And then I'll stay at my parents' condo and a friend of mine's going to rent my house from me. So.
Where's your parents' condo?
It's like 2 miles down the road in Highland Heights.
Okay.
So, and I'm in Mayfield Village. So.
Now, are they in Florida? Where are your parents at?
Yeah, they're in Florida.
Okay. Whereabouts?
So, Vero Beach, which is
okay.
yeah,
When's
in
the
the
last
east.
time you were down there?
In February actually. So.
That was a good time to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the thing too is I was down there in October, which is when I kind of started to sober up, and then December when I was, ready to just stop, for New Year's Eve. Actually, that was where I was, the New Year's Eve in Florida. Yeah. And then I ended up going back down again in February, and and I've been thinking about moving down there to be by then.
Yeah, I think about it every day, man.
Yeah. You do?
You know Maria Sutter?
Maria Sutter, yes. I know the name.
She's moving to Florida and Orlando in July.
Really?
Yeah, her sister's down there. I think she still lives with her family and parents. So they're all moving down there in July. Oh,
wow. Well,
my sister rents a house down there every January for an entire month.
Oh, yeah?
She's done that for the past couple of years, and I'd love to find a way to get down there, man. I haven't gone anywhere since I've been hurt.
Ugh, that sucks, man.
Yeah.
That's yeah,
And part, yeah, it's just, so I'd love to find a way to just fucking go somewhere.
right. And get down there. Well, if I move to Florida, then you're gonna have to move to Florida.
Oh, absolutely, man.
How about that?
You wouldn't
So,
have to ask me twice.
all right. Well, that's what I'm
Just tell 'em,
and with with what I've been going through now, and the part of the reason was of moving out of the house and renting a place in Dayton was to be closer to my brother for the next year. Um, while my nephew's senior year is coming up, so that was part of the idea. Um,
yeah.
and then so this fall I see all the soccer matches and all that, and then um, in the spring, my lease is up in February or March, and then at that point I would decide on if I would sell my house next summer, or keep renting it or what. But then at that point, think about heading down near my parents, so full time.
I could think of worse places to go.
Yeah. Well, the thing too is, they're getting older too. You know what I mean? Like your parents and my parents
Yeah.
have got to be the same age, right? Mid 70s.
Yeah, my dad's 82. My
Oh
mom's
my gosh.
73.
You-
Yeah.
I didn't know your dad was that
They're
much
10
older.
Yeah, they're 10 years apart. My mom is 73.
Okay, my mom's 74.
Or 74.
Yeah.
She was born in 48, my mom.
Okay. My dad was my mom was in 47, so so she's a year older.
Yeah, so my dad was born in 38.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So
so.
well, at least they're
He's
here
long.
up near you, right?
Yeah, they are. It's nice. They're in Strongville, so they're about a half hour away.
Yeah.
But I just, I've been dealing with a lot of, like we all have, nursing issues and such a shortage in the workforce. So my mom's been having to cover a lot more shifts than I'd like, and it's tough on her.
Yeah, I bet. I think I heard her there. Is she there tonight?
Oh, that's someone else. It's a girl, but no, it's just one of the other aides I hire.
Ah, gotcha.
But,
Gotcha.
I've just been battling insurance issues lately. They're trying to cut my hours and all this stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Do you guys think I get up and I walk around half the day?
You know what, dude? Maybe I need to come and move in with you. Part time. Rent a room from you.
Hey,
Huh?
well,
We hang out.
that'd be a big deal.
What?
That'd be great.
I pay rent. Help you out with a little money.
That's something to consider if you get serious about it.
And we can spend time together. So
Yeah.
be
I
support
mean, you got
supporter.
enough
What'd you say?
You got enough movement. I said you have enough movement where you could help me with some stuff.
Oh yeah, I can move stuff around for you. I can do all sorts of shit for you.
If I had something, if I needed to get something to drink or eat or something.
Oh yeah. Yep.
You know.
You got it. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
Have you seen some of these rates they're fucking paying nurses at the hospitals?
No. Lots of
There are
money.
nurses making over $100 an hour
Oh my gosh.
because there's that much of a shortage.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And you have STNAs. Some of these agencies are paying STNAs like $50 an hour. Yet Medicaid allows me to pay my aides $15 an hour. I mean, okay, do you want to go work for me for 50? I mean, you can go to Starbucks for $20, or you can come wipe my ass for $15. I mean, it's like, give me a fucking break.
And that's what Medicare covers.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is. So
I'm
you're
like on all these different advocacy committees trying to change stuff, but it's tough, man.
yeah.
Funds are drying up.
Yeah.
there's like a shortage of workers, and then the ones that are available can like name their price. It's bad time to be paralyzed, good time to be a nurse, I guess.
Yeah, no shit. So.
Then again, is there ever a good time to be paralyzed?
No.
You know?
No.
But
So how is
what?
how is your like depression or anything? How do you do with that?
I probably get more of it these days than I used to in the past, but you know, it's kind of going through the motions. Like, I just try to keep myself busy with other stuff.
Right.
I don't get super down highs and lows. I try to force myself to stay in the moment, like in the present.
Okay.
You know, but I have my moments.
Right. That's what I need to do, you know.
How can you not, though, you know?
No, exactly.
But,
And when you have setbacks, you know, like myself,
yeah,
and then...
I try not to let myself think too far ahead into the future.
Okay.
Because that's when you can really start going down a rabbit hole.
Gotcha. You gotta live one day at a time.
And I take, wait, hold on, I'm going to change my leg position, hold on.
Okay.
I'm on 100 milligrams of Zoloft.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure that, who knows, but probably helps. You know, I haven't driven my chair into Lake Erie yet, so.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably helping. But, you know, I struggle with, you know, I should say I don't struggle with it, but I deal with it.
Okay.
It hasn't gotten to a point where, you know, I mean, it keeps me from just wanting to get out of bed or do anything.
Gotcha. And yeah, because I'm on 40 milligrams of Paxil, and my psychiatrist is just upping it now to 60 after my issues this week. You know, so I mean that's the thing is I actually since around October my depression really started getting worse, and it was when I started waking up from the alcohol. And realize and realizing in October, this is probably partially part of the reason why I never noticed my legs was, as I said, it was October. I started waking up and realizing that I'd been drinking every night, Tito's, for like 7 years, every single night, to where I was drinking, I don't know, two triple Tito's, a lot.
Yeah.
And part of that probably was masking my pain, my depression, you know what I mean? Depression, all that.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. And then I realized how much I missed in the last 7, 8 years. And then the years before that, when I started the opioid addiction back 12 years ago, you know what I mean? And then that started really hurting because, I miss, I wasn't going down to see my niece's plays, you know what I mean? She was in the theater for like 4 years of high school, and I saw like 2 of her plays, you know what I mean? That sort of thing. I was like an absent. I was missing so much. So then that kind of hit me, and then, so that's when it all started, was back in October.
Well, be fortunate, you got tomorrow, you got the future now, so
right.
Take advantage of it.
Right, yeah. No, yeah, so that's when, and I've been struggling.
You're not the first to have dealt with that and gone through it, and
right.
Certainly won't be the last, but
right.
Just be glad that you got some clarity now.
Right. And that's the
And I wouldn't be afraid, try the 60 milligram Paxil. Just
that's what
don't be afraid that
yeah,
if stuff like that's going to help you feel better, then fine.
right,
Like, I don't have any problem telling people I'm on Zoloft because, is it a placebo effect? Who knows? Does it work? Who knows?
right,
But all I know is, like, right now I'm managing and I'm dealing with things, and,
yeah,
things could be worse, so.
right. No, I have no problem with it either going up. So and yeah, I mean, it was bad enough, geez, earlier this week to where my psychiatrist wanted to freaking send me to the emergency room. you know,
For what?
so just for like the whole,
Safety or something?
yeah, for my own safety, yeah. So I wasn't gonna hurt myself, you know what I mean? But I was so depressed.
You got my number. You
Yeah.
got my number anytime you're depressed. Call me because I can.
I appreciate
Sometimes
that.
it helps talk to someone who can relate to it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know.
And like I said, doctors and shrinks and all that, they're great, but they're looking at it from a different perspective than we are.
Yeah.
Us having to live with it, so
Yeah.
not easy.
No.
It's certainly not easy. So
Right.
don't be afraid. Sometimes I don't think we give ourselves enough credit for what we have to deal with.
Yeah. Just having to use the bathroom,
Oh God, yeah.
That's a pain in the ass. Well, even more for you.
Oh man.
Well, you got a Foley in, right? So.
Yeah, sometimes I'm glad I do.
Yeah.
I went and saw Top Gun with my sister this week, and she had to leave. We got there and she had to leave to go to the bathroom. I'm like, I never have to miss movies anymore.
That's
I was
true.
trying to make light of it, but at the same time, right now I got a raging UTI going. I have blood in my ear. The blood clots again. It's just like,
See, now isn't...
But I just try to, like I said, I try to not live too far ahead in the moment.
Yep. You got it. Yeah.
But in the meantime, you're going to have to find an excuse to get out here one afternoon or something.
Yeah. I do. Well, I'm going to be going down to Dayton. My mother and father are supposed to come in tomorrow from Florida for a week. My nephew graduates on Sunday, and then we'll go down. Supposed to go down to Dayton maybe like Tuesday or Wednesday, and I might be back. I'm not sure what I'm doing. If I'm going to come back from Dayton, because my brother is going. Him and his family are going to Italy for 2 weeks.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, leaving next Saturday, a week from tomorrow, or a week from Sunday, and so I'll have their dog while they're gone.
Okay.
So I don't know if I've thought about coming back up here with her, because then I'll have the house and a yard versus an apartment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and she's like, every little thing she hears, her ears pop up. You know what I mean?
What kind of dog?
It's a Vizsla. You know what that is?
Yeah, bring her over.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool.
I think I follow her on Instagram.
Oh, you did? That you follow her? That's right. I started her Instagram page. Yep, that's Zoe.
Yeah.
Zoe. Okay.
Yeah, she's a kitty.
Oh, she's a lover too. She'll probably get up in bed with you.
Those dogs are very, very affectionate.
Yes, she is.
Like they say they have like emotions. They really need to be like they think they're part of the family.
She does. She wants to be in your lap. So.
Yeah, that's what Kevin Love and his girl have.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
Dana Perino had those.
Yes, she does. She does. She got a new puppy.
Hey, yeah. You still watching Gutfeld?
Yes. Do you like Gutfeld?
He's great.
Yeah, he's
I
good.
love him.
I watched The Five, and then I watched Gutfeld, and then I watched Tucker.
Yeah.
So, well,
Yeah, it's crazy time for him.
I know.
We should try to go catch an Indians game this year too.
Okay. Yeah, we should. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's start looking for tickets. For the handicap
Yeah,
ones.
I love finding the day games. Those are always
Okay.
fun times.
Well, you look into that. How about that?
Yeah, I will.
And
I will.
you start
And
looking
keep
for
me posted
tickets.
with Travels. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can, I can,
Travel schedule.
yeah, and I can always, make myself available, So
Yeah, absolutely.
that would be.
Well, good catching up.
Yeah,
All I
Scott.
love to do.
I'm glad I talked to you.
Let's not take so long.
No, and you're helping me, with the rough time I'm going through. So.
Well,
Yeah.
you help me too, man. We all,
Right.
it's,
No.
it's, like I said, it helps talking to people that can relate.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, once you're back from dating or whatever, give me a call.
Okay.
Maybe bring the
Yeah.
pop
If I
over
got
one
Zoe,
day.
yes. If I come back up, I definitely
Yeah.
bring her over. I definitely will.
Yeah. So,
So.
but just reach out whenever, man. Let's,
Yeah. Let's
Stay in
keep
touch.
in regular touch from now on. Okay.
absolutely.
All right. And you.
Go enjoy your hot dogs.
Yeah. And you keep going too.
Yeah.
So. And we got to get you somewhere sometime. Traveling.
Oh, God, yeah, I'll come visit you in Florida, man.
Hey.
I thought it was just like a day trip to Columbus or something, or an overnight trip.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Hey, you could eventually make an overnight trip down to Dayton if you wanted to. My apartment's accessible, completely accessible.
I got a nurse who would travel with me, so.
Hey, well, I got a separate bedroom. We would just have to figure out a bed for you.
As long as I can get in it, but I don't mind sleeping on a regular mattress one night.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because there is a 2-bedroom and there'll be another bed in there eventually. So, hey,
Alrighty.
you're welcome to it.
Keep in mind. No, absolutely.
I would love to have you for a night or, that'd be awesome. So.
Yeah.
And I have my couch has a pull-out sofa, so your nurse has a place to sleep too.
All right.
Yep.
Well, let's keep it on.
And it's a 2.5.
Burner.
It's 2.5 bathroom. So you got your own full bathroom. So your nurse.
Look at that.
Yep.
Now
That-
there's no excuse.
You've got no excuse, Scott, for not coming.
Alrighty.
Okay.
I like that.
All right. I'm gonna hold you to
All right,
it.
we'll talk soon.
All right.
Hang in there, man. Good talking to you. Thanks
All right.
for
I
reaching
will.
out.
I will.
We'll
Okay.
talk soon.
Okay. Bye.
All right,
You
bye-bye.
too.